All right, good evening and welcome to J.A. Fair. Yes, you heard that right, J.A. Fair Preparatory School. It's not even a high school anymore, but we're going to play the second round of the high school football playoffs. Right, you're going to have to add them. Right here at J.A. Fair's, your Maumelle Hornets will do battle with the Parkview Patriots. Joining me as always on the broadcast is my broadcast partner, Tyler Chenault. And Tyler, we're at a unique broadcast position tonight as we are field level here on the track right next to the sidelines. And so this should be pretty interesting for both of us to get to call from down here. And as our coaches were saying, it might give us some basketball vibes tonight.
Yeah, Steve, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be kind of fun just being in this. If we're going to be outside in the cold, I'd rather kind of be down here than up in the stands. And as I told you earlier, I might venture off onto the sideline at some point today and get me on there through my AirPods and all. That's a good little view. Sideline reporting's got to be where it's at. In terms of being in the action, you know?
No doubt about it. And so we're going to get through a half, and then we'll think about adding things to the broadcast. I'm already sketchy enough about whether or not this thing's going to hold. Internet is obviously an issue. We are right in front of the band, so that should be unique and interesting. But our captains have made their way onto the field, and we appreciate you guys joining us for an abbreviated Count Porcula Barbecue pregame show. And we are just about ready for football. And, we've got live view cameras. You even got a little replay to play with over here, Tyler. So
that'll make it fun.
This should be interesting.
All I'm missing is my, little whatever you call it where I can draw on it and show everybody.
Your telestrator. That's it. No doubt. I'm going to jump over here and make sure we're good on YouTube. Should be. But, again, a great night of football. Okay, so we will be kicking to get this one started. Thank you, Andy. So we got a million different things going on over here, and we don't pay attention to any of that.
That's what the producer. That's part of what he does.
I know it. He got to keep us updated over here. He did good though. He got all the cameras, all the videos added back in. It's been interesting.
He's figuring it out.
As I'm making sure we are live, and we are. So again, appreciate you guys joining us. And, again, Tyler, we hope that this one is a little bit different than the last time we met with this squad back in, what was that, week 2? So, obviously that game did not go our way, but it was a really good game for a half. It was a game that 9-0 at the half. It was a field goal game. And I'm looking forward to this one. I've told people what I feel better about in this game is the fact that not only do we have we've kind of found our way a little bit, but we've got a kicker now. We didn't have a kicker back during that game. Now, we don't have a Sebastian Aguilar, kicker, but we've got a kicker that we know we can count on. So looking forward to that. That may make some changes in this one as Parkview makes their way out onto the field, and our Hornets get set to come out over here in the corner right in front of us.
And, Steve, this team looks different than it did that week where the first go-around. I mean, Levi Warriors played a ton more ball. I was talking with Coach Mop. He's not a sophomore anymore. He said no. He said it's week 12, 13 weeks into the season, and he's played a ton of ball. He's no longer a sophomore. So you got a guy at quarterback that's taking a ton of snaps and is going to be a lot more confident than he was coming out against a team that has so many accolades that so many people talk about how good they are, and they definitely are. But we got some guys that didn't play a whole lot that night that have earned their way into the starting lineup. He said JD didn't play that much that game. Okay, he was still early in the season, and now he's an integral part of your defense, that inside linebacker spot. And in Parkview, they've got a few guys that are banged up. We got a couple guys that have a little bang up here and there, but I think most of them are going to go. But Parkview's missing a couple of big name guys. That's going to make it a little bit different tonight as well.
Yeah, I mean, Omarion Robinson's obviously the big name that they're missing. He was injured a few weeks back, and so he's done for the year. And so we'll be interested to see how that goes, especially in their secondary. And that's, as I've talked with Will and some of our guys over on the Patriots Sports Network, we've had some conversations about this ball game, and that's what they worry about is how well we're going to be able to throw the ball on them without their leader in their secondary. I look at the other side of the football that I'm worried about more than anything. We've not faced a quarterback really all year long that can stretch the field consistently. Parkview's gone away from Quentin Murphy. There'll be a package for him in this ball game, but they're going to chuck the ball around. And so this should be an interesting game. Go to your field. Never mind, too late. But this should be an interesting game as Emmanuel Bunting will draw the start at quarterback for Parkview. And so that could make things interesting as well, because he is much more of your prototypical passer. He's not going to get out of the pocket and try to run it. And so I'll be curious to see how that plays out.
And Steve, early in that game that week, Quentin hurt us more with his feet than he did anything. Like, we got pressure after pressure after pressure. We just couldn't ever get him down. We couldn't get a sack. So if you got a guy back there that can't run as much, not as athletic as Quentin is, that's good for your defense. But then also he's probably going to get the ball out a little bit quicker too. So you'll see both sides of the coin with a different guy under center.
All right, so we are just about set for our Ackles kickoff. Cooper Forrest will put a foot into it. Back to return will be number 9, Jermaine Penny, number 27, Cam Settles, and number 1, Montario Money Elston.
I was talking to Coop because Coop, it was his first game when we played Parkview earlier in the year. Is it whenever he had just come back and Coach Mop was talking about, he's like, yeah, we didn't have, and he's like, no, I had to make a tackle that game. So, I said, Coop, you've made a few tackles since then, so he's been in there. He's a guy that's not scared to put his head in there if he's got to make a tackle for the kickoff team.
And Forrest, little pop kick. It's going to hit the turf, picked up. I believe that's Elston on the return. Elston trying to get around the corner, and he's got some space out there. Elston across midfield, and the Hornets will finally ride him out of bounds, but great field position. And just as you said, Cooper Forrest in on that tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10 in Hornet territory for Parkview.
Yeah, it's a little pooch kick where you try and keep it away from those returners, but they're going to sneak them up when they know you're doing that. You've got to get that ball in the air more. Got to get some hang time to give your kickoff team chance to get down there. It got to him quick, and there was nobody there to wrangle him up.
Just make sure your view's good.
He's able to get a good run.
I'll let you play that, but oh my, he's with Mama. All right, here we go. As we even got a camera over here I get to operate some too. So Emmanuel Bunting at quarterback. They'll motion Penny across the formation. They'll hand this one away to the Razorback commit. Cam Settles trying to get to the corner, and a great tackle out there as that is McFadden on the play.
Yeah, big play by McFadden. BJ had a chance at him right off the edge there and just missed him. Obviously Parkview's got some speed back there, so it's going to be tough to hold that edge, but BJ did enough to at least string him out and let McFadden come up from his corner position and make a big tackle.
So 2nd down. Click that right there. Yep, that way it brings it up here. So Bunting, it's the snap. They'll go up the middle with this one. And again, the Hornets plug that one up.
Nothing there. They brought Elston Money in motion right there to try and get the defense moving, and they didn't really look at it too much. He didn't sell it a whole lot either once he ran past the quarterback there. He just kind of stopped, and they gave the ball, and nowhere to go in the middle of the defense.
So it'll be 3rd down. I believe it's 3rd and 7, yeah.
1st and 10 if you're looking at the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if that stays updated. Elston in motion. Bunting gets the snap. He's going to throw to Elston. No, that's Penny that makes the catch behind blockers. Penny using that speed, breaking tackles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Patriots strike first on the big touchdown pass to Jermaine Penny.
And that's one where you have guys there to try and make a play and just not able to make a tackle. Good blocking initially by Money, who you thought he was throwing the ball to. He just does just enough to get in front of Tyree, and then you had a missed tackle from the linebacker coming in there and able to bring it to the house.
So Aguilar on to try the Kids Being Kids therapy extra point. Aguilar's been nearly automatic. High snap, kick is up, and that kick is good. So Aguilar knocks through the extra point. And with 10:21 to go in the first quarter, Parkview leads at 7-0.
And obviously definitely not the start you want defensively. Give up a big return on the kickoff, but defense does really well. First couple downs, bring them to 3rd and long. But you've got to get off the field on 3rd down, especially 3rd and long situations. You can't let a bubble pass go for 6 on a big third down right there. Got to be able to rally, got to be able to make a tackle. And you had 2 guys there, and they both missed him as he made his way to the end zone.
Yeah, and that's disappointing when you go back. The great tackle by McFadden on settles on the run to the outside. You'd hope this team would be able to string them out and make plays. That's the one thing about this Parkview team. Obviously, if they get into space, they got a lot of speed. And so you've got to be able to slow that down. And Hornets did it for a couple of plays there, but broke at the end of that drive.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to catch them if you let them get out there. So you got to get them down before they've kind of built up speed and get space, and you had a chance, just wasn't able to get it done.
All right, so Aguilar to kick, would assume that is Jackson and Coyote, although I don't think that's Coyote on the other side.
Tyree.
You're right, that is Ransom back there. Ransom earning a lot more playing time these last few weeks. Aguilar's kick is deep but returnable as Ransom gets under it and makes the play. Ransom looking for some space, trying to get around the corner. He's across the 25 and pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line, and that's where the Hornet offense will take the field.
Yeah, he just kept stringing it out, Looks like he might have had a lane through the middle here, but just trying to get to the edge, and that's probably where he had some blockers that were supposed to be setting up. Able to get some yards there, almost to the 30. So set you up in not terrible field position, but definitely not the field position Parkview had on their first possession.
So first down. We'll see if this offense, the biggest key I think in this offense is some consistency in this ballgame. That's what we've missed. And so we'll see if Warrior can get things going. They'll motion the running back out as Warrior wants to throw over the middle. Behind him, but a great catch across the 35. Should mark this around the 36-yard line.
And there's Ransom right there, and Levi put the ball in an okay spot, a little behind him like you said. But he also had an inside backer that was coming to kind of lay the wood right there. So he put it in a spot that Ransom could protect himself a little bit, but a big-time catch right there in the middle of the field.
I want to say a thanks to everybody that's watching us. Obviously, there's options out there, but if you want to listen to the best broadcast and not have to listen to Trip Keeter, listen to us.
He does yell a lot.
I do too, though. Warrior pressure coming, got it out over the middle. That's caught. That's enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down out to the 48-yard line.
And 2 for 2 in the air, 2 plays on offense, 2 passes, 2 completions, a first down. That's something that you really like. If you can make Parkview have to worry about the pass as well as the run, because we know the run's been our strength, that's going to open up some lanes for Wiley, for Bubba, for Thomas Jr., who's back there right now.
Good number, almost 200 watching us right now. Warrior and the Hornets almost to midfield. They'll hand this one off, little counter play up the middle. There's room there, and going to be slung down across midfield into Patriot territory to the 45-yard line. That'll bring up a second down.
Yeah, so, I mean, there it is. You open the defense up a little bit. They have to worry about the run more. And with some of the injuries that we talked about earlier, they're a little bit thinner on the back end than they were at the start of the year, and they've got to do a little bit different stuff with their coverages, right? Maybe help a little bit more. Can't play as much straight man as they would like, so that loosens the box up a little bit as well for your offense.
So second down, and we don't have a great view. It looks like second at about 4 from the 45-yard line. Yeah. Warrior empty, drops looking, wants to throw again over the middle. Nice catch by Ransom. Oh, no. Dropped it. Ransom couldn't hold it, and it'll bring up third down and 4.
Yeah, that would have been a tough pass. It was a little low. He had to kind of contort his body in midair to try and go up and catch that one, and just not able to bring it down, what would have been a really tough catch. It was a good ball right over the top of the linebacker. And that's a player to keep an eye on. That he threw it over. Number 11, Ja'Cory Smith, a guy that had a huge game against us.
And just rotate.
We've talked about offers.
Snap.
He's got big-time offers from FCC schools. Number 11, an inside backer right there. He's a big guy. You got to know where he's at on the defense at all times.
They'll hand this one up the middle again, trying to make room. And stacked up is Thomas Jr. He's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down.
And there's that guy that we just talked about, 11, Ja'Cory Smith, in there to help make that tackle and slow him down and bring up a 4th and short.
So 4th down, and this is, you got to convert here. What you don't want to do is let Parkview get that high-powered offense right back out on the field.
Especially with some momentum. If they get a stop right here, a big swing. But if you get a first down, keeps it on your side just a tad while you're moving the ball.
It's Bubba Johnson now in at running back as Warrior tries to get Parkview to jump off sides.
And get Sherman moving back and forth back there as well.
And we'll switch Johnson to the left side. Now back to the sideline. And now they snap it. Up the middle, trying to push. Bubba broke a tackle, got the first down. What an effort by Bubba Johnson to get the Acre Pharmacy first down.
Great run by Bubba right there, and looked like a little bit of confusion pre-snap. A lot of guys moving around, not quite sure what was going on, but able to get the ball snapped right at 2 seconds for a big first down to kind of keep the ball moving. If you can finish this drive with 6, that'll be huge to start this game.
So Warrior, Bubba Johnson in the backfield again with him. They'll fake it to him. Warrior kept it, and Warrior going to be dumped for about a yard loss.
Yeah, 0 Micah Johnson off of the right edge over there, coming hard and crashing down on the quarterback. It's a play that takes a little bit longer to develop. So if you got speed coming off the edge, got a chance to get back there and make a tackle for a loss.
So second down, and maybe actually about 12 here. Looks like they lost 2 yards back to the 40. We're empty on this one. Gets the snap. Gonna roll to his left. Back to his right and dropped off the hit. Wanted Ransom again, but that one broken up. Is that right on Parson? Was that 20?
20 or, yeah. And that's when you have Levi rolling out to his left and then trying to throw it back across his body where he really couldn't even kind of see where it was. But, yeah, that was 20.
He came off the field now. They'll make some changes. And, I tell you, there's one piece of this defense that I think you can expose a little bit for Parkview. And Maumelle's got to take a chance to do it. And it's Cam Settles, for all he is as a running back, he's not that good in the secondary. He's been beat a lot. That's a guy that I'd be going after if I was Maumelle tonight. So Warrior drops 3rd and long, looking, got time. He'll scramble to his right, throws behind his man and incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down. And got to believe that Coach Maupin will potentially play the field position game here on a 4th and long. We'll see what he does.
He had just a little bit of time there. He's able to roll out. Didn't have much pressure once he got out of the pocket and just couldn't put the ball on Tyree in a good enough spot for him to be able to come down with it. Able to get his hands on it, but it would have been a really tough catch. Fingertip catch right there. Brings up a big 4th down.
They're going to go for it as they keep the offense on the field. It'll be Warrior on 4th down. Looking, wanting to throw. Got time. Over the middle. Caught. And no, dropped by Ransom. Ransom couldn't hold on to it. And so the Hornets will turn this one over on downs. Back to the Patriot offense with 6:28 to go in the first.
And Steve missed one right here. You had Hampton. He's standing here in the end zone by himself after that ball was thrown. And it wasn't one of those where once the ball was thrown, his guys left him. Because he was there. There wasn't anybody within range of him to have left him once that ball was thrown.
So the defense back on the field, and obviously so I got distracted by a group text here. I probably should turn those off. Apparently things aren't going well in the Clinton Mills game already.
Here's Q.
So now Q in at quarterback, and I would expect quarterback run. Now Q under center. And this is going to be some new formations we haven't seen. They're going to flip this one to Elston. Elston looking for room. Hornets can't drag him down. Still trying to get him around the corner as Elston cut back inside and is now pushed out of bounds. And he's out to the 40, looks like the 45-yard line.
And that's one of those, we know Elston's a big-time player, right, going to a big-time school, but you just got to be able to make some tackles there. Had 2 or 3 guys that had free shots at him, just not able to get him down.
So a gain of about 5, 2nd down, and maybe 4 here. They need the 49 for the first down, it looks like. Again, we're field level tonight, and we're judging off of our camera angle up top. As Bunting back in at quarterback. Bunting will hand this one away to Settles around the left side. Kennedy trying to chase him down, and Kennedy eats him up as he gets around close to first down yardage, and he's got the first down, enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down.
He gets the first down, but that's a big play by a big man right there, getting east and west and running down the line of scrimmage to make that play right there, because that's a guy with some speed that Landon just had to kind of run down right there. So that's a big play. Even though you give him up the first down, that's just really good effort right there by a defensive tackle.
So we've got some folks in Oklahoma watching. We appreciate you guys joining us.
They're going to see one of these guys. He's not playing tonight, but
they'll
have one of them next year.
Settles. There's Kennedy on him again as Kennedy makes the tackle on Settles. Hey, switch to that when she's on that, with their offense going that way.
Steve will have to yell a little bit more to be heard over this band. I'm sure you can hear the band through the speakers. Steve just got to speak up some.
Now Bunting looks to throw, looking to his right. He's got a man open. That's Penny. Penny breaks a tackle, breaks a couple of tackles, and now Penny off to the races again, and give him another touchdown as Jermaine Penny outruns the defense for the second time tonight. And boy, oh boy, Tyler, Parkview pouring it on here in the first.
I mean, and Steve, you know, if you can't tackle, you can't bring guys down, it's going to be a really long night whenever you're playing against guys like this. You've got to be able to get these guys down whenever you get hands on them. Broke 2 tackles that had pretty good shots at him and just missed and able to end up in the end zone.
You know, it is cold out here, but I really don't want this to end early. So the Hornets have got to get things going here defensively to slow things down. Now Aguilar on to try the Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point. And knocks it through. May have kicked that one all the way into the woods. Good luck going after that one.
Yeah, that one may be lost. You're going to have to tell Aguilar to calm it down a little bit. We're going to run out of balls before the end of the game on the Parkview side. Yeah, Mills already is down 7-0 against Clinton.
Man.
4 minutes left in the first quarter.
And we'll keep you updated on the other games across our NSS networks. Obviously, you know, the rolling word has been across the mediascape that, you know, Mills hasn't played anybody, and they do play in a pretty down conference, and so it was going to be curious to see just how well they were able to handle really the trench game in that play. Mills is big up front, but the question is just how really athletic they are up front. Clinton's going to come after you, and so that should be a good one. And, of course, another rematch game between Robinson and Lakeside in our other side of the bracket on the 5A in the 5A playoffs. You know, Tyler, the cool part is we've got a pretty good chance that we're going to see an all NSS championship game in 5A potentially.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. One of these two teams, whoever wins this one, has a pretty good chance of getting there. And then Robinson on their side of the bracket has a nice little path to the state finals.
So Aguilar on the Ackles kickoff. His Ransom settles under it, but dropped it. Picks it up around the goal line. He's got to return it. Makes a man miss at the 5. Across the 10, gets speared at the 14. But either way, he did at least some good to get it out past the 10.
At least gets you out of the shadow of your goalpost. But, I mean, that's the kind of little stuff that against a good team you can't have happen. You got to make sure you catch those ball first. And he was just he tried to catch it in an awkward position. I don't know if he misread where the ball was going to land or something, but he tried to catch it above his head and kind of to the left, and that's not really typically how you care to catch kickoff kicks.
I tell you, Ransom kind of struggling a little bit right now as he has that's several drops for him on passes and now on that kickoff. So, all right, 1st and 10. You're from the 15-yard line. Warrior. And Warrior is absolutely unloaded on in the backfield.
Couldn't tell who that was.
I can't either, but, boy, he got unloaded on.
And they take those kind of quarterback reads take a long time to develop, and you got to get the ball gone a lot quicker than that.
Got the DMV, Detroit, Cali. I'm all in the chat. We appreciate each and every one of you.
That was Micah Johnson again, number 0 off his edge.
So it'll be 2nd down and long. They're not updating the scoreboard. They may not be able to. I don't know how much functionality there is. So Warrior wants to throw, and again high, and it should have been picked. It should have been intercepted. Is it Jace White?
Yeah, Jace White's who should have caught it. It was over the head of Sublet's in there. And just too high for Sublet. He's got him. I mean, it's a little pop pass from his sniffer position, and he's got a lot of space. Just overthrows him right into the hands of Jace White, who can't come up with it.
So Toof into the game. Wait, you got the correct pronunciation of that. Do you remember
Toff.
it? Toff.
Katoff.
Katoff into the game.
Because we've been saying Katoof, right? But
yes.
Katoff, I think is what it's been a few weeks, but that's kind of how I remember it.
So 3rd down and about 14. Looking to throw. Oh, boy, right into the middle, and Warrior is dumped again. So Hornets didn't pick up the blitz. That's going to bring up a punting situation for the Hornet offense. And, boy, it is snowballing in a hurry right now here in the first.
Ja'Cory Smith coming on a little bit of a stunt right there. Your D tackle kind of washes the guard and center down. Ja'Cory just kind of wraps over to that B gap. Nobody there left for him and gets a clean shot on Levi.
So 4th down and roughly 19 or 20 as Warrior Benson is in to punt this away, and he's got his work cut out for him punting from the end zone on a shorter snap here.
And that's the thing, as an offensive lineman, you blocking one guy, but you got to keep one eye on the guy you're blocking, one eye on the guys that could be coming for you. You can't bury your head in down on a defensive lineman, or that linebacker's going to come through free.
Oh, they nearly blocked. Oh, they hit Warrior Benson. That's going to be roughing. They hammered Warrior Benson. But what sucks is this is not an automatic first down. There's no automatic first downs in high school, so you'll take the 15, I would assume, and let him kick it again.
Yeah, because it wasn't a great kick either.
It wasn't going to be a great kick. He got
hit as he kicked it.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Discussion maybe whether or not he got a finger on it.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No, I didn't think he did either.
I got my replay. It looks like he just hits him.
He did smoke him, though. Warrior Benson took a shot.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a whole lot of discussion. Maybe just if it was going to be a first down or not. More than
well, why
anything.
are we not moving?
I don't even know where the
What are we
ball
doing?
He hadn't stepped it off yet. He's getting ready to.
I never even saw an indication of what it was. If it was I'm assuming it's the 15-yard variety. Nope, they're only going to walk off 5.
I don't understand.
I don't know how that's only 5.
I mean, he laid a shoulder into his rib cage.
Yeah. I mean, if there's ever roughing, that's it.
He just said roughing up there, too.
Roughing is not a 5-yard penalty, and we've not marked this off 15. Not real sure how that's not a roughing the punter, but it'll still be 4th. It'll be 4th and about 14 now. See if they can block this one up a little bit better. High snap. Here they come again. Benson's got to take off. And, oh, wow. Benson, he lost it. Parkview picks it up. And touchdown, Patriots. My goodness gracious.
Now, I mean, they're sitting in the house. They're saying, we're going to make you try and block us, and hadn't shown. I mean, and they saw something last week against Greenbrier when we gave up a block kick. I mean, we just got guys that are running free. I mean, he has no hope from the snap. Can't tell the number, but you just got one that nobody touches and runs straight to him, makes him have to try and get out of there. Definitely looks a little bit different than it did first week.
So our kids being kids therapy, extra point from Aguilar. Yeah, it was 3 field goals the first time, already 3 touchdowns this time. As Aguilar nearly pushed
like
it.
He was pushing it.
But it sneaks inside the right upright. And with 3:02 to go in our first quarter, it is 21-0 Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to get something going offensively right here if you want a chance to stay into the game. This is one that you definitely don't want to let get away from you in the first quarter. You got to make something. Got to come up with something. I don't know if you got a couple plays that you feel really good about that you can start the drive with. But I mean, we started our first possession positive, 2 plays, a first down, then another first down, and then it stalled once you got on the other side of midfield and just hadn't been able to do much since.
Yeah, this is you couldn't have asked for a much worse start so far to this one. And really, obviously your first offensive possession, you moved the ball fairly well. You just stalled out once you got into Patriot territory. And then the kickoff, really that drive was doomed from the beginning as Ransom fumbled the kickoff. Only returned it out across not even to the 15-yard line, and then you went in reverse every play after that, and then the block punt turns into 6. So we await the Aguilar-Ackles kickoff here. They've changed as Ransom, no longer back there. It is Wiley, the return man with Christian Jackson. As the band, you can tell, gets louder and louder here over our left shoulder. Aguilar puts a boot into that one. Good kick, deep kick. Going to be Jackson. Lets it go smartly into the end zone. And so the Hornets will start this drive from the 20.
I couldn't tell if he let it go or if he just didn't catch it and tried to catch it. Couldn't tell from where I was looking here, but I guess you saw it on screen a little bit better.
Yeah, I just happened to look up over there. Let's say thanks to the Parkview fans in our comments. We appreciate you guys. Listen, here's the thing. I don't care who you're rooting for tonight, but keep it clean in the comments. I know you may be, I don't know if you're a kid or not, but get down like Caleb or whatever your name is. those comments will be removed. These are high school athletes. These are kids playing a football game, and I won't put up with comments like that. All right, here we go. Warrior. I can't tell who that is in the backfield. I think that's Bubba. They fake it. Warrior. Oh, my gosh, that ball is knocked down, and Warrior just does not have a chance right now. They are absolutely bringing the house, and our offensive line does not have any answers right now, Tyler.
I mean, they're just telling, they're going to say, if you're going to throw the ball, we're going to come try and get you. You better get rid of it quick. And if you don't get rid of it fast enough, we're going to come hit you, or we're going to have a guy get his hands on the ball. Maybe, I mean, would expect to see maybe them try and sneak a little screen in here somewhere. Whenever they're sitting in the house like that, if you can get behind that first wave, you can have a little bit of a play, but we'll just see we've struggled to complete some of those balls as well this year.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. I believe that's Wiley. That's where they go. And a nice seam out across the 30, 35, all the way out to the 40-yard line. And a big play there. We've got a PI roofing penalty, and that was actually Katoff on the run, I think.
Yeah,
yes.
22. It's hard to tell between 22 23 from where we're at down here. Is there a penalty flag?
I don't know.
Oh, sideline warning.
Okay, I was about to say, I saw Andy put that's the only reason I knew was he's got the flag thing up here. So we did have a PI roofing. It is a penalty. It is a sideline warning, so no yardage. And it'll bring up a first down after the Acre Pharmacy first down. And, we've tried to throw the ball a lot. We haven't tried to get the running game going, and it looked good there.
Yeah, not much, but the running game is where we've been able to move the ball consistently all year. You can't get away from what you do well.
Bubba Johnson this time, left side. Johnson falls forward, and he's out to the 44-yard line after that short gain.
And then if you look at it, it seems like we've struggled to run the ball early because we've had a couple of those quarterback keeps off the reads, but it takes too long to develop whenever you're playing a team with speed if you can't slow them down. So we've had some tackles for a loss on Levi because he's got to try and sell the fake before he pulls it and tries to run. But plays where we're handing it off to the running backs have been a little bit more successful. Not that one.
And that did not work as they run that one to the left. Sorry, I'm having to play moderator now in our chat. I'm going to have to put somebody in timeout. I'm going to give you 10 minutes, Caleb, because I don't like you. Actually, I just don't like what you have to say in our comments. So you're in timeout. Enjoy.
He gave the warning. He gave the warning.
So 3rd down and 6. 1:28 to go here in our first quarter, and it's been all Parkview so far.
Got a little trips bunch over here on the right. See if they're trying to throw something that direction.
Warrior drops, looking. Pocket collapses. Warrior collapses. Ball came out. They're going to say he was down as Warrior got eat up on that play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And Warrior, he had just a little bit of time, but not a whole lot to get anything off quickly. He had enough time if he's trying to get rid of it quick, but nothing came open in enough time, and then your protection broke down. Just Micah Johnson again, one of the ones back there in the back.
So Warrior Benson out to punt. I'm keeping up with the comments over here. Mason says wins the next basketball game. Let's not get that upset yet. But to answer your question, our Hornets are at Springdale on Monday night, at Fayetteville on Tuesday night. Yours truly will be in the house. We won't have a broadcast, but I'm going to be there for both of them. Warrior Benson gets the snap, high kick as he gets it out of there quickly. So get away from it is Penny. This one's going to take a Hornet roll as it comes all the way down to the 19-yard line where Caden Sherman will down it. And so Parkview will have their worst starting field position of the night back at the 19-yard line. Maybe they make it the 18-yard line. They're going to be right in front of us, Tyler, for 12 seconds.
We'll see. Hopefully we can keep them down here for a little bit. But a little bit better protection right there on the punt and able to get it cleanly, get it off quick, and a pretty good punt. You pin them down. That's actually on the 18. I think you said 19, but it's ended up on the 18. So, again,
I know, that's what I'm
position defensively.
So we get 12 seconds of them in front of us. So bunting with – it settles behind him.
22.
Oh, it's not.
Dak Crosby.
Yeah. They fake it. They throw to Elston. Elston, little bubble. Henry out there. Henry can't pull him down. Now Henry does make the tackle as he rides him out of bounds. Maybe they'll stop the clock with 3 seconds.
Looks like they're getting away with a little bit of grabbing out there on the edge. I think it's Tyree out there trying to get free, and he just kind of getting yanked around a little bit. So that's, I don't know, kind of missed one right there.
So 3 seconds is left in the first. It'll bring up a second down and about 5, it looks like. Q back in at quarterback, and that's going to be a false start, I believe. It's got a PI roofing penalty.
Definitely looked like a false start.
There's a lot of movement. Let's see who they call it on. And Parkview backing up. So it'll be second down and 11.
Take all that back off that they got on that play before.
So second down. High snap. Q kind of ran into the running back. Murphy trying to get the corner, and Henry was hanging on for a ride as Q gets out across the 30. Enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down, and that'll be the last play of our first quarter. So after a quarter of play, Parkview 21-0 over our Hornets. We'll be back with more Hornet football on the Maumelle Sports Network right after this. Come see us today at American Pie Pizza. Enjoy our pizza by the slice daily from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Or catch one of our daily specials like $2 Tuesdays and get $2 off any large pizza. Are wings more your thing? Monday nights are Wingtastic Mondays. So get all the wings you can eat for just 69 cents a wing. And don't forget about the incredible cheese dip. Then to finish it all off, be sure to grab a Pizookie or one of our other amazing desserts. So head over to 9709 Maumelle Boulevard and let our friendly staff serve you today. Call ahead at 501-758-8800 or order online at www.ampiepizza.com. Live free and eat pizza at American Pie Pizza. All right, welcome back to the campus of J.A. Fair Preparatory Academy. As Parkview, it's been all Patriots here early, 21-0. As they got a 1st and 10 here to start the second quarter. Looking to throw left side, caught by Penny, and he'll be dumped after a short gain to the 32-yard line.
That's actually Kyron Marshall, 5
thank you.
on the catch. They throw that one. They didn't have any blockers out there for him. Everything they've thrown to Penny, they've got guys out there ready to block. That one was just Marshall kind of out there alone and 2 defenders, 2 Hornets there to make a pretty easy tackle on him without anybody in their way.
So second down, and what looks to be, 7? Again, hard to tell. We're not at the greatest of angles. I'm trying to judge it by the sticks up there. Second down, looks like about 7. As Bunting will hand this one away left side, and he'll stack this one up. No gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
Crosby again, and talking to Tripp pregame, Tripp said they're going to rotate in a bunch of these backs, especially not having man-man. They got one less kind of skill guy there. I know he wasn't their main ball carrier a lot of the year, but still a guy they could give it to and was the threat. So now they're just putting multiple.
I'll take that.
I have to agree.
I agree, too. This stream is better than the other one. All right, so Bunting on 3rd down and about 7 as they'll move Elston in motion. Dropping, Bunting, beats, bringing it. Couldn't get to him. Ball's caught across the 40. Going to be tackled out at the 43-yard line, but that'll be enough for another Acre Pharmacy first down for the Patriots.
Let's see, was that 13 Kyrick Folks on the reception there?
Big in the comments says the skill positions are quick. They are. And I remember I was talking to, I think it was BJ, one of those guys after the last time we played these guys, and they couldn't, the thing they kept saying about Elston is like you could see the D1 speed and his change of direction. It's special out on the field. Now Bunting, they'll hand this one away, settles left side.
They're speaking of beats right there.
There you go, BJ, big play. Switch to your field. See how
BJ,
close your field is?
He was just off the ball so fast on that one. It was so fast I almost missed it, but he come off the ball. He got inside of that tackle like the tackle wasn't even there and able to make a good tackle right there. It still ends up getting 2-3 yards on it, which, I mean, if that tells you anything about like you said, the speed that they're playing against. He gets there that quick, and they still gain some yards.
So second down, and looks like, again, about 7. Bunting, they'll hand this, no, fakes it, looking to throw. And that one dropped. Good defense that time by the Hornets in the secondary.
Yeah, good job. He got close. Got close with that wraparound arm as he went up, but I think they're going to give him a little bit there because he's giving up some height as well right there, but able to go up and challenge for it and get the ball out. Good play defensively.
So it's going to bring up a third down, and I believe 7. Make it 8. Yep, you're right, 8 yards. I can see it now. There, it's on our screen. Third down and 8. So, and this is a big third down. Hornets need to get off the field here on this play. They showed pressure back out of it. Bunting throwing to his left, and that one knocked away. Good defense again this time by the Hornets.
Yeah, Jay Wills right there coming up underneath it from his linebacker spot. That's the spot those linebackers have to get to. They have to get underneath those in-breaking routes from those receivers on the outside and make it difficult to complete those passes because you got Tyree there as well, but they're trying to, inside of him, got to have some help inside by your linebackers.
So Henry back to return the punt, and this is a little difference, obviously, for Parkview. They don't do this a lot. They don't punt the ball very often, but Amarian Robinson was their punter. Obviously, he's out. So I think that's Fulks back there kicking now.
Yeah, 13,
yeah. Henry going to put his heels back inside the 5. Remember, you got that, so just keep kick, short kick, way up, bounds down inside the 20. Going to take a Parkview roll as Elston trying to give it a little fanning at the 15, and that's where it'll stop. And so that's where the Hornets will start from the 15-yard line, 85 yards away from 6.
Yeah, it landed at about the 25. He got a nice 10-yard roll on it that made it look a lot better. Now he's inside the 20-15, going to have to move the ball from deep in your own territory again.
We have a camera right here at our location. We haven't used it, but, you know, if something fun happens right here in front of us, we got the angles for sure. It's a good angle to start on for sure. Just make sure you switch. All right, here we go. It's Warrior. It's the snap. Away to, no, fakes it to Johnson. Oh, boy, he is eat up. Capture it. Oh, you got it.
Marlon Liddell, 78, just coming in. Again, you're going to give that play fake, you're going to have to be able to get rid of it quick because if you take that long on the play fake, they're going to be in your face in the backfield. So you got to have something to do right now. You got to move faster than you can with stuff like that.
Yeah, and the tough part here is obviously, you know, Levi, at some point you're going to start seeing ghosts in this situation if you continue to get this kind of pressure. So Warrior gets it. They'll give it to Bubba this time. Bubba trying to break tackles. He may have got a face mask, but he will be swallowed up, maybe a yard on the play. And again, Hornets behind the sticks. It's going to bring up a third down and 14.
And that time, I mean, they were just coming wave after wave right there defensively. I think Bubba took 3 or 4 hits as he was going down by different Parkview players, just making sure he got down.
Hey, listen. That camera angle you're watching right now, we're controlling that. That's right here in front of us. We're triple dutying it over here.
You have our view.
Yeah. Now Warrior gets it, needs some protection. Got it. Throws it left side wobbly. Warrior Benson Cobbett. I think it's toe. They're going to give it to him. He's short. I thought his toe was out of bounds. They're going to give him the catch. But he's about a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards shy of the Acre Pharmacy first down, and he's begging to go for it. And it looks like Coach Maupin's going to go here on 4th and short inside the 30, inside the 25-yard line. They need the 25 for a first down. Looking to pitch it. Instead, Warrior kept it, falls forward. I don't know that he got there. I don't know. He may have lost yardage, as a matter of fact. Wow.
That's one where they had the option to pitch or go, and he decided to forego the pitch and tried to bury in there and just not able to get anything. It kind of looked like he thought he had less yards to gain than he actually did, just by how he kind of dove in there once he decided not to pitch it.
All right, Caleb, you're now in timeout for 24 hours. We don't have to hear from you the rest of the night.
Is that the same one?
Same one. He decided to come back and open his mouth and chat again. And, well, Not going to deal with it. Here we go. So defense back on the field after the turnover on downs. Bunting with Elston in motion. They fake it to him, want to throw. Got his man, and Hornets all over. Good defense by Henry as they knocked that one away, as that was Conway on the intended pass.
Yeah, really good coverage right there by Henry. I mean, Bunting knew. He looks like he knew where he was going to go with the ball as soon as he snapped it because he's able to get it out quick right after he kind of clears the line right there. But Jacob Henry right there in his hip pocket able to get it out.
So second down, and this quick change. Defense has got to make a stop here if this offense is going to have any chance of staying in this game. Bunting, they'll hand it away. Oh, Hornets eat up, settles in the backfield. Who was that? That is
Sherm?
Sherm, I think. It is Sherm on the play.
He came flying in. I couldn't tell who it was. He looked a lot faster than I thought Sherm ever was. Yeah, I mean, they kind of pull their tackle right there, and Sherm just he fires off of that tackle's pull and into the backfield, attacks that mesh, and is able to get a big play, bring up a big 3rd and 10.
So third down, 7:21 to go here in our first half. It's been all Parkview so far. Hornet defense looking to make a stop. Bunting, he's looking left, throwing left, looking to the end zone for Penny. Wow, Hornets undercut it. Penny catches it, and he's got his 3rd score of the evening as Jermaine Penny scores from 22 yards out. And with 7:03 to go, Parkview adds to their lead. It's now 27-0 pending our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point.
And it looks like we might have had a safety in position there, just not able to get underneath it. That was kind of your over-the-top help, just not able to stay over the top right there. Had 2 guys underneath and just threw it over both their heads.
Aguilar's kick is up. It is good. And with 7:03 to go in the first half, Parkview leads this one 28-0.
They have these little nets up back here behind the extra points. I mean, that's definitely the height for the 7th and 8th grade teams that play here, not for a high school game that would be played here, because those nets are just barely higher than the crossbar or the uprights. Not doing a whole lot tonight.
Now, I was going to say, they don't play high school football here anymore. So, yeah, those nets. And what's funny is the nets sag behind the goalpost where it should be blocking it, but it does absolutely not. It looks like, I guess, they've lost a hook on that one.
I wonder if maybe those are there more for soccer than they are for football.
I bet you're right. I bet you're right.
You kick a ball and you miss the net and don't have to run and go get it.
But again, yeah, it's interesting, the decision to play here on this field. It's got nothing to do with the score, but it was interesting that this was where this game was decided to be played at tonight. And interestingly, too, there's not much of a crowd here. I don't know if people decided just to watch the streams, but we really don't have a great crowd here tonight either.
It would look really, really, really small if it was in War Memorial.
Oh, without a doubt. Aguilar's kick.
And it's chilly.
Jackson fumbles the kick, picks it up. Nope, fumbled it, can't get it. And he had a knee down when he picked it up. My goodness. Hornets just continue to make mistake after mistake after mistake. It was Ransom again. Boy, Ransom, get him some hot hands or something. There's something going on with his hands. They've been cold all night or something. But we haven't seen this from Ransom much this year.
Maybe, the cold balls can get a little slick, too, whenever you're out in the cold. So that may be a little bit of something. Because, we've not played many games where it's been this temperature. Even practicing during the week, it's not gotten – this is the coldest you've seen all year. And that can affect things as well.
Warrior fakes it, looking, throwing, knocked down. Good play, as that was Corey Smith, I believe, who got his hands up on that one. And I think Ransom took a shot over the middle, too, as he's still down.
Yeah, off of a tip pass. I don't know. That was a little – I want to see go back and see kind of how late that hit came after the ball was knocked down. That was the – if anything, that's a hit on a defensive player.
Quick update from Charlie George. Robinson and Lakeside with less than 2 minutes left in the half, tied at 7. That was a good game the first time around as Lakeside was able to take the lead late in that game. Robinson had to come back to win that one, so I figure that'll be a really good one as well.
Steve, that's one of those hits coming across the middle that they're doing everything they can to get those hits out of the game and just kind of let them get away with that one.
So Ransom comes off the field. Again, you hate to see that. I hope he's okay.
Now we're missing a receiver over here. Nobody came in for Ransom. Unless we got an extra lineman over here at tight end.
Warrior. Oh, boy, pulled it back in. He should have gave it to him. Bubba Johnson.
I thought he fumbled it.
He just about did. I'm surprised he held on to it, to be honest.
So with those read option plays right there, I mean, you got to be able to make a quick read and get it where it's supposed to be now. You second guess it, that's where the ball ends up on the ground. And really lucky that one didn't end up on the ground.
You're good now. Now switch. Don't stay on it. So Warrior, as they take their time trying to get the offensive line situated. Bubba Johnson in the backfield. Warrior this time does give it to Bubba. Boy, that exchange is a mess right now. Bubba out across the 15. That's where he'll be pulled down at the 17-yard line, and another fourth down for the Hornets.
I mean, Levi definitely looking like he didn't think Bubba was supposed to take that one. Like, you can just tell from the exchanges you talked about, and then he kind of looked at the sideline like, hold on, I thought I was supposed to keep that's just something you got to have cleaned up. And by this point in the year, that's something that really should not be much of an issue anymore. You should have that cleaned up by now.
Mills scores, so Mills goes on top. They're up 14-10 over Clinton right now. That game's got 6:39 to go in the first half.
Storming back.
So Warrior Benson into punt again. I tell you, the one thing, as I saw Warrior Benson come out on the field, I'm with you. I think that play was. I don't think that was the way that play was designed. I think Warrior was probably supposed to keep that, because you could even see Warrior Benson over here frustrated. But what you don't like to see is the shoulders shrugged and the body language. Looks like a team that feels defeated already. Which down 28-0, it's hard not to feel defeated against a team as good as Parkview. But, boy, if you're going to make any sort of comeback, or at least make this respectable in the second half, you cannot go down 35-0 right now.
Yeah, and then, unfortunately, you're going to get another sign of that, having a guy coming out late on the punt team, and it may be because Tyree was hurt, had to get his backup out there, but you got to be locked in so you don't have to take a delayed game right there on a punt.
Oh, boy. Oh, Benson did a good job to get that out of there. Man.
He played a little soccer right there. He flopped, looked for the flag. I don't know that he may have got brushed a little bit, but no big hit. He tried to sell it, and it looked promising, but that ref's got a pretty good view on it to see if anybody touches him or not. And the thing about this drive, Steve, is this is the drive that can put you in that 35-0 territory that you really hate to be in before you get to halftime.
Yeah, and you can't start the second half there. This one's over for sure. It's already going to be an uphill battle, but we need a defensive takeaway, something right here to change some momentum. It'll be Quentin Murphy at quarterback for this drive. Murphy, just a little pop pass up the middle as Elston trying to get around his man. He'll be drugged down by Palmer.
Palmer's able to fight through a block and get him down, but again, is that I can't tell. Is
that Ransom or is that?
It's one.
Brooks.
Brooks, yeah.
It's Caden Brooks.
He kind of got folded up, kind of in that tackle right there.
Yeah, we're watching the tackle. Obviously, we have a great view of it, but Elston looked like he kind of got tackled awkwardly, and I'm guessing Brooks was awkwardly underneath him. So
it's like Band-Aid's trying to fill in like a rib or something, maybe. Or he's not. Yeah, he's not up there by the shoulder. Huh. Interesting. Where's that? Not even all the way up to his ribs.
I like the confidence in the chat, as Dominic says final score 42-35 Maumelle.
hey, that'd be nice.
If it happens, I will. There will be a $100 gift card waiting for your choice of American Pie Pizza or Count Porcula.
That would, excuse me. That would be a very exciting rest of the game if that's what it ends up as.
Yeah. My watch says time to stand up. I don't want to.
You've been up and down
I
this
have,
whole
I know.
time.
It is second down and about 4 here. Bunting back in. He's looking our way, throwing, looking for his man, and good defense. Oh, they're going to get him. So he's holding that arm down.
He had that shoulder grab, and I mean that 26 comes out to take the spot at corner, and they immediately go after him. I mean that's what you're typically going to see. You have a D-backer, you have somebody go out on defense, and the backup comes in. They're going to go after him. And it wasn't bad coverage. He just kind of grabbed that inside shoulder with his hand, and both refs were able to see the grab.
Yeah, that's Aiden Gillespie, the sophomore. So that PI roofing penalty will result in an Acre Pharmacy first down inside the 20. So Parkview down to the Boyd Law Firm red zone. Motion. They'll hand this one away. Elston going to the left. Elston trying to get the corner. The Hornets do a good job this time, though, to string it up at the 15-yard line.
I mean, that's the thing. All game, like we've been there, we've got hands on them, and they're just able to stay up. They gain an extra 4 or 5 yards, even though we've got them wrapped up. And you just got to be able to kind of get them down quick, but they fall forward. They gain extra yards after contact. So, I mean, that was one where you get hands on them quick, but they end up with 5 yards, bring up a 2nd and 5 down here. So to bring up a 2nd down and about 6. Looking, throwing over the middle. What a throw and catch. That one caught over the middle by Jermaine Conway. And the route continues for Parkview, 34-0 with 3:15 to go here in our first half of play. As Aguilar come out for a kids therapy extra point. And now it's imperative, now it's imperative that the offense gets points, because if you don't, you're going to have a running clock to start the second half, and you can pretty much put the subs in and be done with this season if that happens. Yeah, and Conway just does really well to get inside leverage right there on Jacob Henry. And then just put the ball in a really good spot that only Conway can get to it.
Palmer nearly got that one, but Aguilar knocks it through. And with 3:15 to go in our first half, Parkview continues to pour it on, 35-0.
Definitely not what you were looking for coming in to start this one. It's just been tough. You just kind of got to see, can we keep going? Can we keep playing? Can we do something, make something positive out of a half that has not went your way by any stretch of the imagination?
And I'll tell you, there was a lot of talk this week. Obviously, you get that, and you want that from a high school football game. The atmosphere, I really hope the atmosphere would be a little better here, but like I said, I think a lot of our fans are watching with the cold. And thanks. I appreciate you guys watching. But obviously, the move to J.A. Fair has been talked about amongst all the circles of high school football. Game couldn't be played at War Memorial because of because of Catholic hosting as well. But interesting that the game decided that the Parkview and Little Rock School District decided here versus 3 other options that are played on a nightly basis during football season, or on a weekly basis during football season. So we end up here, and great home field advantage for Parkview, obviously, and they're pouring it on right now. So Eccles kickoff, high kick, going to be returnable. Jackson lets it bounce in. Whew. Just does make its way into the end zone for a touchback, and the offense will be on the field from the 20.
That's the thing. Unless there's backspin on those kicks, if they drop anywhere within the 5, I mean, they're going to roll into that end zone as long as they can't get anybody down here fast enough, and you can get a pretty good read on it. And it was going to get there as long as they didn't get a guy down there quick enough.
Hey guys, so when we go to halftime, go down to the bottom of the ramp.
All right, so offense back out, as it'll be Thomas Jr. and Warrior in the backfield. There's Ransom laid onto the field. Hey, I want that snack cake and chips and soda
Give 'em
band.
pizza, too. That pizza's got to be a little chilly now.
Warrior gives it away to Thomas. Thomas, nowhere to go. Thomas is caught in the backfield and dumped inside the 20.
Just no room to do anything.
We have no answers right now, and I don't know that there's anything wrong with Wiley. Maybe there is. We haven't seen any of Wiley in the backfield tonight.
I mean, he's only been back on the kick returns
once
or twice. Yeah,
they went back to Ransom after he was out there for that one after Ransom dropped it. So Warrior fakes this one to Thomas, looking, nowhere to go. We're going to get a PI roofing penalty, going to be a hold, and Warrior is going to get thrown down as he got out across the 20. Now may be that time where Warriors kind of starting to see them ghosts, as he has been hounded all night long. And that one, he held on to it too long, couldn't find a receiver. And Tyler, we have the unique position of being right here on the sidelines. So we could kind of see a little bit more of the body language and the emotion from some of these kids. And what I'm seeing a lot of especially on the outside in your wide receiving core, is just some frustration right now. You've got guys that have been open that we can't find. You've had balls behind guys, and then you've just had pressure where your quarterback's not had time to get rid of it. And it's been a struggle offensively all the way through this first half.
And then you've had balls that are getting knocked down at line of scrimmage. It's like every different way that you could go to throw a quarterback in a passing game off. They've checked each box.
So 2nd down and 20. As Warrior gets the snap. This is a double pass. Thomas caught it, throwing, got Warrior Benson out there. Oh, man, Warrior Benson couldn't run underneath it. Oh, man. And that would have been the big play you needed.
It was a pretty good ball by Thomas right there, and I just not able to complete the catch. But I think it landed in a good spot. I don't know. I don't think he would have scored on this one like they did against Jacksonville. They had a guy in his hip pocket, but you at least would have got a big chunk there, gotten the first down, and at least been moving the ball some.
Well, the key is the first down. It's 2:04 left in the half. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't care if you give the ball back to Parkview right now, because you need a touchdown. Because if you don't score anything, this game's over. You get to the second half, this game's over. Warrior fakes it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. I mean, I'm not sure that anybody got blocked on that play. Capture that. I'm not sure that anybody blocked on that.
They were trying to set up a screen, but whenever you give the play fake on the screen, there's no time, because he's got to either be bailing out or he's got to get rid of the ball now. And if you have a play fake that's in there, when you're letting all those guys go with the speed that they have, you're just not going to have time. You got to be able to get rid of the ball quick if you're going to let those guys go. And having to have a play fake before that, you just ain't going to be able to do it.
Now we'll see if we can get the punt off. This has been an adventure all night as well.
No coaching. Nobody coaching. Coach the quarterback. Say nothing to the boy.
So Warrior Benson. Let's see, Parkview, they don't bring as much pressure this time, and Warrior Benson, not a great kick. That went off the side of his foot. It's going to roll out of bounds around the 30-yard line. And with 1:01 left in the first half.
What's they going to try to do right here? Are they just going to let it go into the half, or are they going to try and put another one on?
Parkview going to put another one on the board if they can. There's no doubt about it.
I don't know. They looked like they didn't come for the punt like you thought they would have right here, down here. Like, I would have fully expected them to send the house again, being in the end zone.
I think they want some offensive stats here.
Because they don't have any yet.
No. I'd be shocked if they don't try to get another touchdown here.
But yeah, that Q back out there now.
Yep. So Murphy, he may throw it up right here to Penny. They're going to run right. Q on the option. Good blocking by Settles. And Q just walks in. What are we doing? As Brooks just turned away from him, didn't even try to make a tackle. My goodness gracious, what in the world are we doing right now? Again, you can see this team is defeated. Obviously they know, but the lack of effort on that touchdown run by Murphy, that looked like a middle school defense playing out there right now. Goodness gracious.
And Murphy, he just didn't get touched by anybody. There was not one white jersey that got a finger on him right there.
That can't happen. Like, I said it was a good block by Settles, but Palmer didn't even seem to be active in trying to get off the block. as he comes in and tries to knock away the Kids Being Kids therapy extra point, and actually missed one as Aguilar.
Right.
I mean, when you kick 17 a game, you're bound to miss one.
Got to be tired.
Yeah.
He's got kickoffs as well that he's been booming. There's
Goodness
been a lot of work with that leg.
So just 42 seconds left in the half, and I'd never tell you to change channels because there's still a lot of football left to be played, but hey, switched. This one is fairly decided unless the Hornets can score 2 touchdowns in 52 seconds.
Fortunately, that's a lot to ask. Because then you'd have to score a touchdown quick. You'd have to get the onside kick, score another touchdown with probably 3 seconds left on the clock.
That's the crazy part, too. We may see an onside kick in the first half to keep you away from the mercy rule if we would somehow get a touchdown here. So Wiley is back to return this one.
Yeah, Wiley and Jackson.
Akel's kickoff as Aguilar gets ready to kick it away. I guess you can switch over to the Razorback basketball game.
Ooh, speaking of, I got to turn that on.
I should have kept my mouth shut. Aguilar's kick is going to bounce into the end zones for a touchback. Why are we running the clock? The clock should have never ran. That clock should have never ran. Why did we run the clock? Not that it matters. It's going to run the whole second half, but there should be 52 seconds right now. They ran 9 seconds off the clock and nobody touched it.
Well, there went the 9 seconds we needed for our second touchdown right here.
Oh, man. Do I? Yeah, we'll probably let Tyler go do sideline reporting or something, just run up and down the sidelines. I don't know. Yeah, Coach. What do you call now?
Coach Mott,
what's up, Diesel?
What play are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know that he cares to talk to anybody right now.
Man, no. All right, so Warrior in the backfield with Bubba Johnson. He'll drop. Looking. Dumps it off as Bubba makes the catch. And Bubba Johnson will be dropped. And he is, I think, about a yard shy of that first down.
You saw a kind of a hip drop tackle right there. That thing's going to be illegal next year at a lot of different levels where a guy just kind of grabs onto him and falls down. You get a lot of knee injuries and lower body injuries like that. That one's go back to. That's another one of those hits. They're trying to get out of the game. We saw one right there. Luckily, everybody came up clean.
Well, Warrior drops. Pressure coming. Thomas picked it up. Boy, wanted Ransom maybe behind him. That one falls incomplete. And with 3 seconds to go in our first half, Hornets will get one more play.
3 seconds for 2 touchdowns. Could be 12 seconds for 2 touchdowns, but we lost those 9 seconds earlier.
Should be 12.
I tell you, and we'll talk about this at our Eagles halftime, but I think I'm most surprised at the lack of success of the offensive line in this first half. They have just been mauled in this first half. Now Warrior looking, steps up into the pocket. You just need to throw this. Just chuck it, and he does. Finds Hampton or Warrior Benz. Hampton makes the catch out around midfield, and that'll do it for our first half. Hornets got some talking to do in the locker room. They trail this one 41-0. We'll be back here in just a few minutes with our Eagles halftime show here on the Maumelle Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
Eagles Flooring and Cabinets is pulling out all the stops for our whole enchilada sale. Take advantage of our store-wide savings on carpet, luxury vinyl, cabinets, and more. We're offering free take-up, free labor, free pad, and free furniture moving for all carpet purchases. Absolutely no interest for 3 years. And we'll pay your sales tax. At Eagles Flooring and Cabinets, we make it beautiful for less.
When it comes to barbecue, there's no room for shortcuts. Count Porcula is committed to bringing you the very best artisan barbecue. We use only certified Angus prime brisket, tender baby back ribs, and delicious pulled pork. Our scratch-made southern sides feature classics like collards, beans, and house-made slaw. We don't stop there. With a variety of beers, whiskeys, and specialty cocktails, you can enjoy a drink with your meal or catch the game with friends. Count Porcula. Barbecue you can sink your teeth into.
Looking to upgrade your space with quality American-made products? Look no further than Eagles Flooring and Cabinets. It's our Made in the USA sale, where you can save big with up to 50% off store-wide. But that's not all. Enjoy no interest for 36 months. We'll even pay your sales tax. Don't forget to ask about cashback options when you add installation to your purchase. At Eagles Flooring and Cabinets, where we make it beautiful for less.
Dreaming of a perfect smile? At Ashcraft Orthodontics, we are making smiles, changing lives. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art braces and clear aligners tailored just for you. From your first visit to your stunning new smile, we're with you every step of the way. Visit Ashcraft Orthodontics in Little Rock today and start your journey to a brighter, healthier smile. Book your consultation now and smile with confidence.
My name is Brandon Aker. I'm the owner and pharmacist here at Aker Family Pharmacy in Maumelle. So here in our pharmacy, we like to focus on a hyper-personalized relationship with our patients, and that continues into our service sets. So we offer free delivery, curbside vaccinations, as well as custom compounded medications, including extended hours as well. I think you don't know the level of intimacy that you're going to get with your patients until you really get in it, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, football fans, Hornet fans, Patriot fans, whatever fans you are. We appreciate you guys joining us here on the Maumelle Sports Network as we are just about set for our second half of football. And for all intents and purposes, this ball game is over, 41-0. And I don't mean to say that rudely, but you're not coming back. I mean, unless you can somehow figure out how to score a point.
Minutes.
Yes.
Like every minute.
And we've proven we can't stop Parkview for nothing. So, I mean, miraculous things would have to happen for us to come back. But, hey, you know what? There's still a 42-41 chance. So
you have to force a lot of turnovers, have to have some defensive touchdowns. It's not impossible, but it's very, very, very improbable.
Hey, but here's what I know. I'm not going to owe anybody a $100 gift card to American Pie Pizza or Count Porcula because it's not going to be 42-35.
You did say that. Because there's actually no possible way whatsoever that Parkview scores only 35 points.
No. They don't take away points, unfortunately.
That would be the way that we could come back, is if we could figure out a way to get that into the rule book. If we could lose, take points away, like just trade them.
Yes. So checking the stats from our first half. Obviously, all Parkview. Total yards in that first half, 205 yards for Parkview, 73 for our Hornets. Rushing yards, total net rushing, 64 for Parkview, just 10 for the Hornets. Passing 141-63. Again, it has been all Parkview in this one. And now the question is, what kind of effort do you get in the second half? I mean, obviously, you know this is your final game of the season. There's about 5 of these guys that are going to make their way over to the basketball team when this one ends. And so it's going to be interesting to see the effort out of this team. And, you know, I was talking to some folks during halftime, and they feel pretty confident that Parkview is probably going to come out here and really try to bury Maumelle and probably try to get 2 or 3 more touchdowns on the board. So I hope that's not the case.
Just keep you guys healthy for next week.
Exactly. But we'll see. I think Bolding will probably call off the dogs here to that point because you want to make sure guys are healthy for next week. And as we look across our NSS networks, we were hoping for an all-NSS final, but right now Lakeside may be trying to ruin the party as they're up 14-7 with 5:07 left in the third quarter. And then
it's halftime, still 14-10.
Okay, so 14-10 at the half. Mills leads over there off Dixon in the Galaxy. And so we're just about set to start our second half as teams make their way out onto the field. It'll be Hornet football to start the second half. So at the very least, you could maybe set a tone here and try to get things going. And I'll tell you, Tyler, we talked about it a little bit there before we went our separate ways for our snacks and break there at halftime. But, you know, my question is, what are we trying to do right now? Like, it's an opportunity. Obviously, you're not building for anything for next week, but you're building towards next year. Levi Warrior will be back. He's a sophomore. You know, a lot of these athletes you get back next year. A lot of your offensive line you get back next year. There is a matter of pride at stake here. And what I don't want to see is what we saw in that last touchdown down here where guys are just turning away from tackles and allowing guys to score easily. I want to see some effort out of this squad here in the second half, and at least, you know, you got to have some pride going into next season for sure.
I think pride's your big word, and I would not be surprised one bit if that's kind of what Coach Maupin harped on at halftime. Just talking about pride. Have pride in what you do. Have pride in how you work. Just make sure that you have pride every single play because everything's going to be on film.
Oh, man, yeah, for sure. Yes, sir, man. Yeah. Sorry, as we were chatting with the Elite Echoes folks.
We Over Me, baby.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the documentary We Over Me on YouTube, go check it out on the Elite Echoes YouTube channel. It's been a lot of fun. I feel like a pseudo-celebrity from time to time every time I pull that up and hear my voice.
Yeah, well, they cut my voice off a little too often for my liking. But
you're right, they do. I actually would like to. Your analysis in there is a lot of fun.
I'm the fade out every time it fades out.
Okay, so here we go. Hornets will start this drive again, backed up all the way inside their 20 at the 15-yard line. As Warrior claps his hands, gets the snap. They'll hand this one away. And who was that at running back?
Thomas Jr., maybe?
I couldn't tell. He goes nowhere. No gain on the play.
Yep, Thomas. 24. I
do love to see It was Thomas Jr. on the carry to be 2nd down and 10. I do love to see, Miss Bjork in the comments there as well, as they'll hand this one away around right up the middle. And Thomas Jr. out across the 30. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down.
Making some guys miss right there. And, I mean, I will say, you talked about it a little bit, but Bolding, he does have those backups are in there. It's not that first group. So, I mean, it's a different group you're going against. But still, it's all about pride, right? Mm-hmm. Every single play that you're about to run is going to be on film, and you're going to have to answer for how you played on those plays. I don't care who you're lined up against, but you got to answer for your effort.
Oh, man, that one dropped.
And that's been the craziest thing. We've so many bowls, we just can't catch those. I don't know if it's one of those things where you're trying to look where you're going before you secure it or something, but we've struggled all year to catch those easy passes, and that's something that I can imagine will be worked on a lot in the offseason. You've got to catch these passes. If we can't do those, it hinders what we can do offensively.
The Warrior, they'll hand this one away on the right side. I play maybe a couple. I saw Maldonado go down there. Glad to see him pop back up.
Got rolled up. We kind of got hit in the back there.
So 3rd down. Be 3rd down and 9. Again, running clock for the entirety of our second half. As Warrior gets it, fakes it, throws it over the middle. That one caught. And out across the 45. That'll be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down.
And that's 14, and we know who that is. We've talked about him. He's gotten some.
Yeah, Tucker Gurney.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, and the one thing you hate to see here is you're giving a lot of these younger guys valuable reps for Parkview just to build up for next season potentially here.
That's the one thing. We have a lot of young guys. Parkview is graduating a lot of guys.
They'll hand this one up the middle. Thomas Jr. He is wrapped up for a gain of about 2 out to midfield.
One big returner for Parkview next year, though. Bunting is just an 11th grader, as you've talked about. Corey Smith's just an 11th grader, just going down looking at some of these.
Yeah, and they'll hit the transfer portal hard.
We have 1 or 2 guys that probably – 1 or 2 guys around the Little Rock metro area that go to different schools next year.
Now Warrior looking, got his man. That's JG over the middle, wide open. JG breaking tackles. There is a PI roofing penalty on the field, so we'll see what that's about.
Eligible downfield or illegal formation or something came out from that side judge.
Yeah, it felt like ineligible. I wonder if JG was not lined up or somebody was lined up over him there.
It's covered up. False.
Well, I think that was a formation. I think that's
no, the play went on. It wasn't a false start. That's what was announced, though. Illegal formation, no.
Again, those are the things you have. I mean, to your point, you're what, 12 games into this season now.
Those shouldn't happen anymore. Shouldn't happen anymore.
And it's just that attention to detail. This team, a ton of really good athletes out there on the field, but the attention to detail piece has been lacking most of the year. And again, you have a young team with a lot of young skill guys. That's going to happen. So Warrior drops, looking, wants to throw, throwing deep, looking for Hampton. Hampton going to hand fight. He was holding his hands down. Hampton, I'm not sure if he was holding his hands or Hampton just never got his hands up.
I don't know that he ever put them up. I couldn't tell how far out of bounds it landed, but it looks like he never really felt as though an effort was worth it because the ball was going to be over his head anyway. It's kind of what that looked like.
So it'll be 3rd down and 17. So
I will say that ball through the air looked really pretty.
It did. I thought it had a great chance, and Hampton had the size advantage too. A Warrior drops on 3rd and long. And, oh, boy. That one dropped. That's Brandon Collier.
He wasn't ready for that. It hit him in the face, and he didn't expect it to be there. And I quite honestly, I don't know who the intended receiver was there. Like the whole play looked like he was looking towards Warrior Benson, but it was wildly underthrown, at least based off the route that Warrior Benson ran.
Yeah, JG was in the area, but I thought that was a play. They were trying to get that ball to Warrior Benson. And
just looking at his eyes during the play, that's where he was looking.
So 4th down. Warrior drops, looking, throw. Oh, boy, that should have been intercepted as well. Was looking for Gurney and dropped again.
Bye,
Collier again. So, wow. So it'll be a turnover on downs as the clock runs down under 5:20 to go. It'll be under 5 minutes before Parkview even takes the field here, you would assume.
Oh, yeah, this is when you take your time.
Yep. You know, it was funny. I was talking with, I don't know, maybe I'm not supposed to tell this story, but I was talking with Coach Escola after the Maumelle game. It's maybe been a week or two after, and I said, you know, because we were talking about how I felt like he was kind of trolling us a little bit in the second half when they had the mercy rule and he was taking all those delay of game penalties. He said, I was trying to get the game over with, man. So you see that here is now Murphy going to get some run in the backfield as he's got Crosby back there with him. Boy, Q just takes off around the right side. And I tell you, Q, the one thing about Q, I love that kid. He's one of my favorite guys, as obviously was a Robinson guy, and you know him well as well, Tyler. But, he's a special athlete. The young man can move, got great size. I don't know what he's going to transition to when he gets to Arkansas in terms of position, but my goodness, he's got a chance with all that athleticism and size to be real special.
I'm planning on him helping us somewhat.
Yeah. What is Q, 6'3"?
6'1", 205 is what this says.
I'll hand this one up the middle.
It's Marcus Barnes, 37.
And we're going to see them go deep. They'll go Barnes, and Merriweather, I think, is the other guy you'll get to see run. Or Mayweather, sorry. Jaden Mayweather's another guy you'll see run a lot probably here in this second half. I do get the honor, I guess, of watching a lot of film on Parkview, just pulling highlights and such. So get to see a lot of their blowouts in the second half. Barnes again. Barnes running hard into the middle of that line, but he'll be stacked up and taken down.
Running into Big Landing Kennedy. It's a tough wall to get past.
The one thing you hate it, obviously this will be the last time these seniors will be on the field in a Hornet uniform, and so you hate it for them that it's going to end in this manner.
Definitely not how you want to go out. I mean, there's only one team in every classification that gets to end the year on a W, so not many people get a chance to end it on a W, but you at least hope that whenever if you don't end on a W, it's at least a close game that you had a shot at. This is the one where it sticks with you a long time, knowing that this is how you win out.
And I see Lucier down here sitting talking to Gibson. That's the one, those hurt when your high school career is over. So Murphy drops. He's going to throw, looking left, and too much on that one into double coverage.
Yeah, two guys there would have been a perfect ball to fit that one in. Making sure nobody else you need to get rid of in the comments down there.
Just reading through, there's been a lot of talk about some other guys that some folks would like to have seen in the ball game, but it's just where you're at right now. How did my stuff just turn up? What am I connected to? Murphy drops. He'll take off up through the middle and just got tripped up.
And that's a guy. He's the backup quarterback. Obviously, we know he started out the year as a starter and just kind of gave way to the junior. But he's a guy. Whenever he comes in as your backup, you're not losing a whole lot.
Acre Pharmacy first down there, and that one actually they hand this to Murphy. Murphy around the right side, and Quentin Murphy scores the touchdown with under a minute left here in our third. And Parkview extends their lead out to 47-0. That time it was Montrell Thompson, the sophomore, in at quarterback, who handed that one away to Murphy at running back. And almost on cue with what was being said in our comments as they were talking about it.
Yep, I saw it.
So another American Pie Pizza touchdown. You guys make sure you go see our friends at American Pie Pizza, 9709 Maumelle Boulevard. Call them at 758-8800 or order online at ampiepizza.com. And now we've got our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point. Kick is up, and Aguilar knocks that one through. Why is the clock stopped?
I was wondering why the clock's not running.
They didn't want the quarter to end yet.
Huh. Interesting.
Let's say thanks to our friends at Kids Being Kids Therapy who've been with us throughout the season. And for every child is unique, but they help them all enjoy the same thing, a fun, fulfilling childhood. Kids Being Kids Therapy provides evaluations and occupational, physical, and speech therapy to help develop and strengthen skills while encouraging independence. Their therapeutic model is built around helping kids succeed with learning opportunities at home, in the classroom, and throughout the community. Find out more today, 405 Edgewood Drive, or call them at 501-803-9722.
Look who's back to return the kick.
Is it Beats?
BJ Beats.
Let's
and
go.
Caden Sherman.
We're throwing the kitchen sink at them now, boys. I want to see Beats run somebody over. You know what? Let's see him do it. There you go. Zoom in on her. There we go. Love it. I love it.
Yeah, she knows what's up.
I hope Beats. I don't care. Either one of them. I want either one of them. Come on. One of them. Take it to the house.
I still don't know why the clock stopped. We would definitely be in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So Aguilar boots that one.
Don't beat there. Gary O'Caden.
And it's Sherman on the return. Sherman out across the 30. He's hammered down out of bounds. And a good return there for Caden Sherman.
I'll tell you, I'll give Mops credit there, right? I mean, we know where we're at right now. We know that nothing else is going to happen. So he's got some of his seniors that you've been talking about. Hey, go out and have some fun. Let's let Caden Sherman go out there return a kick. Let's let BJ Beats go return a kick. Let these guys have a little bit of fun, knowing that their high school career is quickly coming to an end. Let them go out there and make a little bit more memories. That's what Moppin talks about, right? He's in the business of giving kids, I don't remember what he calls it, but essentially memories. What does he say? He says something. I'll think about it.
That'll do it for our third quarter after 3. Parkview leads this one 48-0. Join us for the fourth and final quarter of the Maumelle Sports Network after this.
My name is Brandon Aker. I'm the owner and pharmacist here at Aker Family Pharmacy in Maumelle. So here in our pharmacy, we like to focus on a hyper-personalized relationship with our patients, and that continues into our service sets. So we offer free delivery, curbside vaccinations, as well as custom compounded medications, including extended hours as well. I think you don't know the level of intimacy that you're going to get with your patients until you really get in it, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
All right, welcome back. There's the offense on the field to start the fourth quarter. It'll be Warrior and Thomas Jr. in the backfield for the Hornets. Warrior will give it away. Thomas Jr. trying to find some space. He's up over the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Gets a little bit of room, but not a ton. Gets some positive yardage. Just got to – would love if we could put one in, at least put some points on the board before this game's over.
And you got to find a way to create a little bit of momentum, something to feel good about. Hopefully they get in a position to let Sherm or one of these big guys score. Now Warrior fakes it, looking, dancing, scrambling up through the pocket.
A shoe.
Was that a shoe? I saw something fly.
It was a shoe. I thought it was the ball at first, but it was a shoe that popped off of somebody. One of
a Patriot.
Player, yeah. Gets a first down, though.
Yeah, Aker Pharmacy first down for the Hornets. Get to hear from our friend Brandon Aker at our break. I want to say thanks to them for being great sponsors of all of our athletics. Warrior gives it away. Thomas Jr. Thomas up the middle. That's a nice carry. Our official shoved him a little bit to help him go down.
Get down. All right, Steve, let me ask you. There's a minute 51 in the Razorback game's first half.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 10 minutes left with the running clock. Who's going to be done first?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good one. I haven't seen the pace of that one. Was it close?
I mean, now we're up by 18.
I think they end before us.
We've been shooting free throws half the time this half's been going on.
Got a man open over the middle. That's Gurney, I think. Gurney breaking tackles. Good job there. Tucker Gurney with a great reception down to the 30-yard line. Jennifer Fowkes is Gurney's aunt. She's excited, I know, to see that catch. And they'll hand it away. Thomas Jr. up the middle. Thomas Jr., nice seam as he's inside the 15. Close to the 12. Should be enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down.
So able to keep moving the ball, keep chipping away a little bit. I'm telling you, getting down here, put some points on the board. Obviously, it's not going to affect the total outcome of the game. But as we said, being able to go into the offseason with something positive that you can pull from this, something to work off of and continue building on.
Again, Thomas Jr. And this time they collapsed the inside of that line. It might have got down to the 10-yard line as we're in the Boyd Law Firm red zone. This one I want to see. I'd love to see, I was talking to Drake Lucier. He was going to play some tight end on senior night. Put Drake out there at tight end and let him catch a touchdown here.
Throw him one. Why not?
Instead, they'll fake it to Thomas. Those into the wanted Gurney. Tucker Gurney couldn't quite bring that one in.
Another one where he had to kind of turn his body and contort a little bit uncomfortably. Makes it a lot tougher to bring that one down.
Well, and now you hope. Obviously, I joked about the transfer portal a minute ago with Parkview, but you got to worry about that too with Maumelle. Obviously, a lot of guys, underclassmen that you hope come back. A good core of athletes in the skill position that are going to come back next year. Obviously, a good chunk of guys on the line. But what big piece that this could be if you could get Warrior with those guys through a full offseason. They'll fake this one as Thomas Jr.'s got it inside the 10, trying to carry the pile down to the 5. And so that'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, off seasons are definitely different now because you got to figure out. Because there's guys you have an off season that by the time summer hits, they're not on your team anymore and they're at a different school. And then you're bringing guys in that weren't in your off season the whole time or at a different school. So it's just there's so much that can change, especially in this area. It's not as big a deal in other spots of the state, but right here when you have so many high schools in the same vicinity, it can happen at any time.
So, Tyler, I was going to let you – I didn't want to cut you off. I think Parkview just called a timeout right there because we just put Kennedy in at running back, and they want to make sure they defend that.
They're like, listen, if y'all going to – that's what they're saying. He said if y'all are going to put Kennedy in, we're going to put our first defense.
Exactly.
And that's what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
They say, if y'all want to play that game, we're going to play the game. And and the thing is, they're not putting – Maupin's not putting him in to ensure that he scores a touchdown and makes this game closer. He's putting him in to try and let this kid have a little bit of fun at the end of the season. Yeah. But Parkview said we're gonna do everything we can to hold up that 0 on the board.
And of course, not to get into it too much, but obviously there's some animosity there, I guess we should say.
No, they didn't do it. They kept their second guys in.
Kennedy came over from Parkview, holds a few weightlifting records over there, so he's going to try to lift his way into the end zone on this play, I guess.
So all the starters came running. They all put their helmets on, but they kept them on the sideline.
Kennedy, that's quite a formation in the backfield with Kennedy to the left of Warrior right now. You're good. Give it away to Kennedy. Kennedy running guys over and give him 6. Landon Kennedy with the touchdown.
Somebody get him on the board. Get him on the board. Sherm wants to go for 2.
Gotta love it as Kennedy scores the touchdown. And the Hornets with 7. They're stopping the clock again with 7:23 to go.
I guess they must think that it stops after touchdowns, even though it's.
Switch. Give that one up.
Listen, it's all about making memories for these guys, and even though you're down 48 points, you can still make memories for these dudes. Let Kennedy run one in, get them something to give them something to be excited about.
And he's got a highlight too. I'm gonna be posting that one everywhere for him. So now Cooper Force for our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point, kicks it, puts it up, and it is good. So with 7:23 to go in the ball game, Parkview leads this one 48-7.
Cuts it down to a 41-point lead, so chipping away. See if you can't get the ball back and get another chip out of it. We'll just let you listen to the band in the background right now.
Hey, the atmosphere now. You get to feel a little bit of that. I'm surprised. I guess they don't know the rule, or is it different in the playoffs? I'm not aware of.
I doubt it.
But the Mercy clock's just not running right now.
Probably just don't know. I mean, it might be the 7th and 8th grade guy up there running the
maybe so.
The scoreboard.
Hey, and then now listen, let me give Little Rock School District some credit here. The field here is actually great. This turf is beautiful. It's not very old. They just put it down not long ago, a couple years ago, I think. So a great playing surface here at JA Fair. Honestly, Tyler, I know they like playing at War Memorial. I would not be surprised if at some point in the future that this continues to get renovated and that potentially Parkview starts playing home games over here. I think it's a great location for them. Great atmosphere. So our Akel's kickoff as Forrest looks to put a foot into it. And he'll pop this one up on the left side. Caught. Going to be returned, as that is Fulks on the return. Fulks following his blockers, and he's got a lot of them to the wide side of the field as Fulks crosses into Hornet territory, deep into Hornet territory, as he's finally tripped up inside the 30-yard line, it looks like. They may spot it just shy of the 30.
Cooper Forrest has as many tackles on kickoffs this year as anybody else does.
He may have as many tackles as kicks.
He's made a lot of touchdown-saving tackles on kickoff this year. But yeah, Steve, if they can get the press box situation a little bit better at the field, it wouldn't be a bad spot at all for Parkview to play their home games. And
I'll be honest, I was here for their logistics meeting on Tuesday, and there were some concerns, obviously, in terms of safety, parking, security, those kind of things. They've done a phenomenal job. No issues. The parking issues may have been alleviated a little bit with our broadcast, as well as the cold weather keeping people away. But
and there's a big lot down there. It's a short walk, but I park down there. It's not like it's not a huge trek or anything by any means.
Well, I think the concern was, so about a year and a half ago, Central had to play here while Quigley was being renovated, and they had a ball game where before the first quarter they had to shut the gates down up there and weren't letting anyone in. And so the thought was, if they couldn't get enough people in here for a Central game, and I'm not trying to talk down on Central, but they've not been good. And so not a lot of people go to those games. And so if they couldn't get enough people in here for Central, parking for that, what was it going to be like tonight? And that was the major concern. And, again, just a great job by Little Rock School District as well as Little Rock PD, everyone involved in making this happen. I mean, again, you got concession stands. They're all staffed up, ready to go. The locker room situation wasn't great, but you wouldn't expect it to be great at this field as old as it is. But, man, good job by them. So they'll hand this one away up the middle. Boy, nice hard run there.
Yeah. Who's that?
It's going to be 37 again. That's Barnes again.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough running right there. Leg driving. I mean, because he had a chance to get tackled about 3 different times right there, and he kept moving the football.
Mills trying to prove them wrong right now. Mills 21-10 in the third. A lot of people said they couldn't survive the physicality of this Clinton team, and right now they're getting it done. Up 21-10 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter there.
Mills is making it really hard for Clinton to stop him offensively.
There's Thompson in at quarterback. They hand this one away on the left side and chop down inside the 20. It'll be second down and looks to be about 6, maybe 7, as we can actually see the sticks now as they're right in front of us. I'm gonna go play cameraman for a minute. I'm gonna outdo my wife. Watch this.
We won't tell her you said that.
It's good too because she doesn't go back and watch either. I'm good. I'm okay.
Somebody clip it.
Hey, look, I got to get my practice in. I'm going to be on the sideline cam for the state championship games for PBS. So, yeah, I got to get some practice in. Are they going to run another play for me? What are we doing?
We're just taking time down on the clock.
They got a lot of time, it seemed like, to take down.
Like longer than 40 seconds.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I wonder, there's a Parkview guy down over there, but he wasn't in the play because that's three. I think it's three Jace White. He hadn't played this whole half, but he's down there like laying, maybe he's cramping. I don't know if that's something that allowed him to kind of get a little extra time or what. Whoa.
Oh, dropped it. Thompson trying to fall on it.
37 ends up running back. Barnes ends up getting back on top of it.
So 3:20 to go. You know, I've done commentary and ran a camera for basketball, but never have I done it for football.
Never have you been sitting on the track for
no,
football
you're right.
either.
I saw this done. I think ESPN or somebody did this a few years ago, and I thought it was pretty cool. And so I've always wanted the opportunity. And when they said this was going to happen, I came out here to a logistics meeting. I was like, you know what? This is the time to do it.
Well, Steve, I mean, technically you have the opportunity every week.
No, you're right.
You don't have to be in the press box.
Yeah, I like our press box, though. It's hard not to want to be in our press box, you know? So now Parkview,
there's the delay.
They're taking the delay again.
Are they taking a page out of Robinson's playbook now?
They might actually take a delay a game. Why did the clock stop again? The clock should not be stopping.
It's not. Listen, that strategy's not going to work if they stop the clock on the penalty.
If your clock operator's not doing it right, it ain't going to work. And listen, Bolding, you're killing my chances at running cam and doing commentary right now. Run a play, sir. So down to 2.5 to go in our ball game as Thompson will move Barnes to his right.
Whoa.
Lost it again, chasing it around. Now Thompson will be dumped.
He juggled and caught that ball 4 times before he started to run it.
Thompson's nervous. He knows I'm on camera now, and since I got on camera, he's dropped every snap.
He's like, he zoomed in on me.
I don't have a great view right now. Listen, Mr.
Stick guy.
You're in my way, sir. So we're under 2 minutes to go. I was checking. Last I looked there, it was 14-10 Lakeside over Robinson.
I think Robinson might have just – no, Robinson's down inside the 1 yard line.
You know, I may have time to make it over there by the time we get cleaned up and headed out of here.
They got 4 minutes left in the fourth.
Oh, they're that deep into
That's
it?
what it
oh,
says.
Wow. Okay.
That's what it said. I don't know. A lot of running the football, I guess.
Oh, my goodness. We got another stoppage, another PI roofing penalty.
There's a Robinson touchdown, so they did just take the lead.
Another delay of game, but they stopped the clock again.
It's not working. Coach, you better get on your clock guy. It's not going to work like that if you keep stopping it.
Well, and it is 4th down. They're going to have to run a play now. They've got to at least run a play because they can't run a minute 28 off of a clock that's not running. They're still not running it.
And the play clock's running,
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Now they're asking for a reset to the play clock, but they're not getting that. Oh, they got the reset, but still no game clock running.
And look, I know they have the windows open up there, but they have no excuse. We're freezing down here. Like, y'all shouldn't even be that cold up there. Just get it right. Run the clock. What are we doing? Now Thompson dropping, looking, throwing, and that one caught. And trying to drag a man. Our Elite Echoes guys in my way. They'll dump him down, and that'll bring up a turnover on downs, and the Hornet offense will be back on the field here with 1:15 and counting. Now, bet they don't stop the clock now.
Who are they going to give the ball to this time, though?
Well, they may not be able to get out there and get a play if they don't get out there quickly because they're not stopping the clock this time.
Let's let somebody else carry it. Let Lucier carry one.
I won't throw it to him. Lucier's out there, and you're splitting him towards that wide side on the right.
Please going.
I was hopeful. I was hoping. They're going to get time for 1, maybe 2 plays here. We'll see if they get them off. Thomas Jr. in the backfield. Gurney on the field as well. Warrior Benson out onto the field. Double pass. Warrior Benson to Lucier for 6.
How you going to draw that one up when Lucier's playing right guard?
I don't know. He's going to figure it out one way or another. It's the guard eligible. That's a thing, right? And now they'll fake it. Warrior throws it and dropped.
And that might do it because now we're at 15 seconds on the clock. Yep, that'll do it.
And it will do it. So coaches make their way out to midfield. Coach Bolding and Coach Moppin shake hands. And so that'll do it. The Hornets season comes to an end as the Parkview Patriots dismantle them here at J.A. Fair. Final score 48-7. We're going to take a quick break. We'll hear from our friends over at PI Roofing, and we'll be back to talk about this within our postgame.
Hello?
Hello, roofers are us.
Hello, your ad says same-day leak repair. I called yesterday and nobody has been out.
That was a typo in the ad. It was supposed to say someday roof repair. Who you think we are? PI Roofing?
If you have a leaky roof, you need it fixed right away. Call your roof leak detectives at PI Roofing and get the leak stopped right away. We're ready at a moment's notice all year long. Call 501-687-6246 for same-day roof repair from PI Roofing.
All right, welcome back, folks, as we are going to clean things up, finish things up here real quickly. Let you know the score if you haven't turned the channel yet. Robinson leads Lakeside 17-14. They're down to about 3 minutes left in that one. Do you have Mills up in front of you by chance? No, we got the same game up.
I'll pull it up while you're running your mouth.
But while you're pulling that up, I do need to say a thank you to a few of our sponsors. Obviously, I do want to say a big thanks to our friends over at Ashcraft Orthodontics. Orthodontic care in Little Rock should be both accessible and convenient, and that's why Ashcraft Orthodontics proudly accepts most dental insurance plans, making it easy for you and your family to receive the quality care you deserve at prices you can afford. We would love the opportunity to meet you and share more about their services. Visit them today at 23 Shackelford Drive in Little Rock. Give them a call, 501-224-3964. And a special treat, mention that you heard about them on the Natural State Sports Network or Maumelle Sports Network, and you'll receive a $200 discount on braces or Invisalign. A quick update as well from Mills. We can probably make it there. 28-10. Mills leads in the third.
Yeah,
Is that
you got time to get to that one.
Yeah, well, and especially as slow as things can go over there. But again, a great thanks to them. And then, of course, Kids Being Kids Therapy. I want to say thanks to our pregame sponsor, Count Porcula Barbecue. Find them on the Boulevard at 10840 Maumelle Boulevard or 246-5669. Order online at countporcula.com. Count Porcula Barbecue you can sink your teeth into. And of course, our halftime and kickoff sponsor, Akel's Carpet One Floor and Home, 3 convenient Little Rock locations. And you can find them at akelscarpet1.com. PI Roofing, our penalty flag sponsor, 6109 Remount Road. Find them online, piroofing.com. And, of course, our first down sponsor, Acre Family Pharmacy. Go see our friend Brandon Acre and his team, 1900 Club Manor Drive, Suite 101, or acrepharmacy.com. Be part of the family at Acre Family Pharmacy. All right, well, that's a wrap on this season. It's been a fun one. Tyler, I appreciate you. It's been a blast. And, I do think that we make the best duo across the NSS networks. It's been a lot of fun this season to be a part of this, as I'm trying to do some camera work. While you're swaying, I'm on your camera, just FYI. So as we finish things up, you see us all bundled up over here. We're nice and chilly. But seriously, I want to say thanks to all you guys for joining us this season. It's been a blast. I want to say big thanks to Andy, who stepped up to be producer here this year as well. And huge thanks to him. Kristen Henson on our field cam, main cam.
Twist it around and say hi.
Yeah, turn it around on her. I can turn that one around on her. We can just have dueling cameras. And I want to say a big thanks as well to Cam Couples. That dude drives up here. They make quite the trip, and he comes up and he does all his schoolwork at work with his dad so he can do games for us on Friday nights. And so I want to say a huge thanks to my guy Cam Couples as well, as he's been a big part of what we've done. There's Kristen. At least you get the bottom half of her face as we zoom in on her over there. I want to say thanks to her as well. Hey, look, now we got Andy as well. You get Andy Gates on there. Andy hates being on camera. Just ask him about the booth cam in basketball. He absolutely hates it. But, no, seriously, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all our sponsors. It's been a great year. It's been fun. And, I think everybody kind of knew coming into this season that a lot of people were playing for second place behind this Parkview team. This is a special squad that Boulding's put together.
For sure.
And, they've still got work to do. They got to win another one. They got to win 2 more to get a state championship. And it's not going to be easy, but good luck to the Patriots. Farewell to our seniors. Got to say that. And we appreciate each and every one of them. And what a blast it's been along that journey. This is actually, I think, the first full class we've gotten to go through here at Maumelle since we started back in the 2020-2021 and then full-time 2021. So, again, we appreciate you guys so much for being with us. Now, I want to say this real quick, and then I'll get out of here. I do want to jump over to Max Preps because I know the next question that's going to be hitting us is basketball season and who's doing what, when we're going to have broadcasts, all that good stuff. As of right now, our next basketball broadcast that I'm planning, and some of that's going to play around the state championship games and what we have going on with that. But we will have Alma coming to the Hornets Nest to play our ladies only. And so the plan is to be able to get that game up since we weren't able to get them on a broadcast. I will be up in Northwest Arkansas Monday and Tuesday as we'll play Springdale and Fayetteville on the road. And so I'll be up there for that one as well. There's a big tournament as well as the Dandy Dozen over at Mills coming up. But we will get things started big time as we get it December 13th. Will be our first home conference game. The BB Badgers is who we'll do battle with there. Wow, Lakeside scored late. Wow, they're about to go up 21-17. So, but BB and then Parkview on 12-20 at their place, and that is such a fun place to play. Obviously, things are a little different. My best friend Scotty Thurman's no longer over there, and so I'll be curious to see how things go there. I know I'm devastated, and so, but looking forward to basketball season. We've had some good basketball. We talked about Mills earlier. They've got a special basketball program on the boys and girls side. Of course, Sylvan Hills as well, Robinson, and I can't let the cat out of the bag yet. I'm not allowed to announce it yet, but I'll give you a hint. There is another Little Rock School District school coming on board for basketball season, and it's going to be a big one and a whole lot of fun. That'll be out this weekend. I'm going to make sure that happens. So we'll release that information. Make sure you go and follow that and subscribe to that channel. So that's going to do it for us. We appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks to Kristen Henson on our field cam. Cam Couples way up there. If you want to try to spin that around and see if you can get Cam.
He's waving.
He's way up there. He's kind of waving at us. Hey, Cam, there he is. Hey, there's Cam. He's been a trooper, freezing up there. He's dancing. He's feeling good.
Gotta stay warm, man.
All right. Appreciate that. Of course, Andy Gates on production. I'm Steve Henson. Tyler Chenault, thank you, man, so much. It's a blessing. It's been a blast getting to call games with you. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for joining us on the Maumelle Sports Network. We'll see you for basketball season. Go Hornets.